Almost live. Oh, ooh, we're live. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I am, in fact, your favorite host, CryptoWendyO. So today we're going to talk more about what's going on with Binance because, of course, it wouldn't be a normal day in crypto without some more drama. And, it's just becoming very upsetting to me. Very, very upsetting to me because I want to tell you guys a story. My daughter this morning was talking. We were on the phone with her dad because she calls him every morning to say good morning. And she was saying how her friend wants to become a makeup artist and they're going to open up this store of theirs. Okay. And she's 6 years old. So it just 6-year-olds being fun because we talk a lot about entrepreneurism in our home. The reason why is because it's great to be an entrepreneur. It's great to have ideas, to want to thrive in competition, thank you for the heart, just to think for yourself, to use critical thinking and be able to problem solve and do something great. So she talks about different businesses that she can run when she's an adult and stuff like that. And I encourage that behavior. I will encourage my daughter to do whatever it is that makes her happy. But in the back of my mind, it just makes me so sad because I feel like entrepreneurism and non-corporate capitalism in America is going to absolutely dissipate by the time she's an adult. With what we're seeing, the type of actions we're seeing the SEC take, by the type of actions we're seeing the United States of America take, it just makes me sad. It makes me sad for my child's future. And of course, I didn't have the heart to tell her that and be pessimistic and break her dreams of whatever it is she decides to do. But at the same time, in my mind, I don't know how much longer America has. And then, I don't know if we're going to stay here or not, just because of all the insanity happening. And the actions of the SEC are really a direct infringement on your liberty. They really are. The fact that the SEC, that a public funded entity can come in and do terrible things, destroy businesses, livelihoods, and just get away with it. I know my phone is going to die. I'm sorry. Whatever happened to SBF from FTX? Is he in jail? No. Sam Bankman-Fried is running around at his parents' house. Not only is Sam Bankman-Fried running around out not in jail, we can talk about Ross Ulbricht. Ross Ulbricht was the creator of Silk Road, which was just a platform that facilitated P2P trades. He's serving 2 life sentences. The developer, the creator of Tornado Cash, he's currently incarcerated still. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing people that have connections to people in power walk free. And we see this all the time. I grew up very poor. I grew up in, around different people that were in and out of jail because people like to make bad choices. And there's a higher demographic of that amongst poor people. And they always got the book thrown at them all the time. And it's because they didn't have enough money to obtain, a proper attorney and whatever. And I'm not discounting what they did. Okay. What I am saying here is that if you have money, if you have influence, it's who you generally get off a lot easier. And again, the problems that we face in America are not really social issues, they're wealth issues. It's a wealth gap. And if we take a step back and we really analyze what that looks like, what that means and what's happening, you'll see a pattern. You will definitely see a pattern. Because if you don't have money, you're not going to get the best treatment. And that's why I love non-corporate capitalism. And this is why I love entrepreneurship. And this is why I love having the liberty to operate within the law and create a better financial future for myself. Okay. And for my family. And I think every American deserves that. That's why our families came here. My family came here from different parts, some to escape being exterminated. Others came here for just a better quality of life. They worked really hard, whether they were entrepreneurs or they, worked different companies and help build those companies. And it's just very sad seeing what's happening in America and seeing that Americans are going to have less access to opportunities because of the type of predatory actions that our government's taking. And let's face it, you can love crypto, you can hate it, you can whatever it is, but Coinbase made a lot of money. Coinbase is one of the top exchanges, and we're going to talk about that for a minute, okay? We're going to talk about that in a minute. Coinbase made a lot of money. I think they made 500, or their company's valued at $500 billion or whatever it is. So basically, the more money Coinbase makes, the more money they pay in taxes. Okay? More money they pay in taxes. And if they're not paying taxes, and again, that's another public servant problem. They need to adjust those loopholes. That's neither here nor there. I'm not here to talk about exactly how tax structure works. What I'm simply here to talk about is the simple fact that we have companies that are requesting clarification as to what they can and can't do. The public servants who are funded by taxpayer dollars refuse to give guidelines. Therefore, America, who's currently in debt. What are we, $31 trillion in debt? $31 trillion in debt? We can use that additional taxpayer revenue because right now the SEC is draining American taxpayers money. They are. Also, too, the SEC does have a whistleblower program, and I think they're giving out up to $400 million. Where are they getting that $400 million from? Thank you. Where are they getting that $400 million from? Taxpayer dollars and people that they're going after. So that's what we're going to talk about on this show. We're going to talk a little bit how I believe Binance is being unjustly attacked. I have people on crypto Twitter that are getting mad at me because I'm speaking out against this, calling me a shill for Binance. That's great. Fantastic. I'm not going to stop talking about it. And the reason why I'm not going to stop talking about it is because on this show, I pride myself in bringing you a news story. We talk about the pros, we talk about the cons, and I give my opinion. And I tell you guys, hear what I say, but listen to yourself. And that basically means to hear the verbiage I'm saying, hear the facts that I'm presenting or the important information about that particular story, and to go seek the truth. Go to a source that's different than me. Go to a source that's similar to me. Go do your own due diligence and come up with something that makes sense for you. But as of right now, I'm just really feeling that Binance is being unjustly justly criticized or under scrutiny. And that's not, and again, just because I'm saying that doesn't mean CZ is innocent. That doesn't mean that Binance is innocent. Doesn't mean that everybody who worked for the company did everything properly. I am simply pointing out the predatory actions of the SEC. And if you are in the crypto industry, if you hold Bitcoin, if you hold a crypto asset, if you support liberty, and you're rooting for the demise of any of these people that haven't been proven yet to be done anything bad, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you in this industry? Why are you in this industry? What are you contributing to the world? What are you contributing to the world? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You want to be a slave, you want to work them 9 to 5s, and you want to just, working a 9 to 5, like I remember back in the day when I was growing up, like to work at a grocery store, that was a pretty good job because you got a pension, they gave you raises, you got really good healthcare, they had unions and stuff at that time. Unions and pensions and all those things are going away. Look at our healthcare industry. The old job that I did, they're still paying $15 an hour, and I got out of that industry in 2017. 2017. So, I don't know. I'm just not seeing wages get increased. I'm not seeing people living a better quality life. All I'm thinking that's happening is that we're continuing to let more and more people come in, create all these laws and rules that these people don't even understand. Yeah, 2017 was decades ago. It was what? 2018, 2019, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5, 6 years ago, they're still paying $15 an hour. Still $15 an hour. But what do I know? Anyways, let's go ahead and let's see what's going on the YouTube. Shout out to YouTube and TikTok. My mouse isn't working today. We have 211 concurrent viewers, only 57 likes. Smash the like. Smash the like. Okay? It is all about the money. Shout out to Pew Pew, to Raider, to Mike, to Airran, to Ivan, to DB. Who else? Mayo on a chili cheeseburger. Oh, you best believe, baby. You best believe, baby. I can't say Gary Gensler or I have to shut up. It's no longer the American dream. It's the Mexican dream. Well, we like the Mexicans over here. My daughter's she got a little bit of Mexican in her. We love, and actually Mexicans have been very, very good to me most of my life. When I was a young adult. I know the scammers are using my name. You just got to block them. Well, I live in Southern California is what I'm getting at. And my job, when I was making $15 an hour, I should have been making a lot more than that. Considering the type of work I did. But, anyways, let's go ahead and get into the news because we got a lot to talk about today, my beautiful, amazing, intelligent people. So let's first start here. I got a funny story for you guys. This is from Mr. CZ. Okay. Multiple FUDs going on. This one widely circulated in Asia saying there was an argument I had with an American inspection agency and I took out an AK-47. The police then opened fire first and I got wasted. This is the second time I got wasted imaginarily in Asian news. Last one involved a basement full of B&B. CZ also said here, and I got shot 27 times. Who TH comes up with ish like this? This is what's being posted. This is mainstream media news, you guys. And this is why I'm a firm believer in telling you to always seek the truth, to look at multiple sources, to just, thank you so much, I appreciate that, to look at multiple sources, okay? I don't know how somebody can be shot 27 times and be okay. CZ has tweeted consistently like every single day for years now. And the fact that mainstream media news is publishing this just goes to show you. The mainstream media is worse than the Spanish novellas. And I love the novellas. Anyways, though, this is how ridiculous these people are. And I want to show you something else. Binance US. I want to talk numbers with you here, okay? Numbers. All right. So Binance US is a centralized exchange. It has their reserves data available here on CoinGecko. Thank you so much. Normalized 24-hour volume, approximately $186 million. 24-hour volume, $249 million. Monthly users, monthly visits, as many people that go to the website per month. 2.25 million. Coinbase doesn't have their reserves data available. They have $1.2 billion of 24-hour volume and monthly visits 34.4 million. I'm glad I helped you make a lot of money. That makes me feel very happy. I'm very, very happy for you. And if you look at some of these other exchanges, a lot of these other exchanges, Bybit, $1.1 billion, OKX, $778 million, KuCoin, $710 million. Binance US is only at a measly, $186 million. Let's just, $249 million, okay? A measly volume. But they're going after them. Why are they going after them? Well, let's talk about why. Binance US is a subsidiary of Binance, essentially. It's part of them, but it's not really part of them. And it's just ridiculous at this point. And if you guys watched my video yesterday, we got a lot of views on that, and I appreciate it. So if you're brand new to the channel, go, make sure to smash the like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Please like this video. It helps push the information out. But really what's going on over here, we talked about this story yesterday, you guys. SEC seeks temporary restraining order to freeze Binance US assets. And I want to talk to you about what this means. I made a video yesterday letting you know, first and foremost, if you have not removed your funds from any US-based exchange or any crypto asset exchange on a global scale and you got funds there, get it off as soon as possible. What can you use to get your funds off? Paper wallets, Ledger, Trezor, Arculus, Tangem, desktop wallets, MetaMask Trust Wallet on a burner wallet. Some people also like Exodus. But again, you got to do your due diligence. I'm just telling you the different options available. I'm not endorsing these. I'm not saying you need to go out and get it. I'm saying do your due diligence, do what works for you. Okay, that's not the point here. Why is this bad that the SEC wants to freeze Binance US's assets? They're saying they need to protect you. Okay? So the SEC asked the court to grant a temporary restraining order to freeze assets linked to Binance US. Request applies to BAM trading and BAM management. It's staking as a service program in Binance US. I want to remind you guys, the whole for FTX is approximately $9 billion. Celsius, $4 billion, and I think Voyager, $3 billion, something like that. Binance, the amount of volume they have in a month is like $249 million. It's not a lot. Okay. Anyways, just some food for thought. Shout out to D-Gal. Is that D-Gal? I'm totally in your debt. You got me into crypto, which allowed me to retire early. That makes me very happy. And that wasn't me. You did that. It wasn't me. All I did was I talked about crypto and you did the work. You put the hard work in. Because that's what we do on this channel. I want as many of you as possible to become millionaires. I want you all to thrive, but I'm not going to help you do that. I'm not going to make choices for you. I will talk about things. I will give you ideas, and I will give you tips on where to look and to come up with your own different ideology. But that was all you that did it. It makes me happy you're able to retire early. let's get back to the story with Binance. So basically, the SEC accused CZ and Binance of creating BAM management and BAM trading as part of an elaborate scheme to evade U.S. laws by asserting that Binance US was run independently when instead CZ and Binance had a lot of control over the U.S. entity. Okay. And the SEC is pretty much arguing that the order was necessary to ensure the safety and availability of investor assets. BAM trading holds $2.2 billion in crypto and hundreds of millions more in fiat, the SEC said its order, and they basically want to prevent the dissipation of available assets for any judgment given the defendant's years of volatile conduct disregard of the U.S. law. Well, one thing I will say about this story is we don't know what the truth is here. Okay. We're still waiting. We don't know if Binance, in fact, actually broke the law. And that's a good thing about the American judicial system is you have to prove it in court. Okay. Got to prove it in the court. So did Binance do anything wrong? I don't know yet. Okay. But it's very hard to operate within the law when there's no laws or regulations. Okay. And by the way, United States banks, since I believe 2020, were required to hold zero reserves. Zero reserves. U.S. banks. That's legal. That's legal. Banks control America. If you live in the United States of America, you are forced to use a bank account to do anything. You cannot rent. You cannot get a mortgage. You can't take a student loan debt. You can't get a car. You can't pretty much do anything. And the fact that I can go to a website like coingecko.com, I'm just showing you guys, and I can look at all the different crypto exchanges, and some of them have proof of reserves. I can go ahead and verify that myself, and I can go ahead and take a look at other, pieces of data so transparently. Tell me what bank allows me to do it. Tell me what bank can I go to and ask them for proof of reserves? They're going to tell me $0. They're going to give me they are going to give me a list, a stack this big to go look through. They're not going to tell me where to go. So before you sit and you're going to trash Binance or any other crypto exchange, go ask your bank first. And again, I'm not telling you to trust them. I'm simply talking about what's happening. Okay. Because this crackdown that they're having, they want to infringe on your freedom. They want to make it impossible for you to have a better quality of life. And remember the accredited investor law. If you're born into money, you get access to early products and services in traditional finance. If you're born poor, you don't. Again, it's not done on race. It's not done on gender. It's done on your income. And it's not done on your intelligence. It's just that's a fact. That's a fact. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're smart. So anyways, that's what's happening. My mouse, I gotta put the new one in. So this is what the crypto markets are doing right now. There's a lot of FUD happening, and we'll talk about this in a bit. And this is the Bitcoin chart. Right now, we have not been able to get back above the EMA 50 here on the daily chart. But we are still consolidating in our pineapple pizza little thing over here. Okay. Maybe I might get pizza day. Who knows? If you guys do want to use my ref link to trade, I do have a Femex link below. I'm not partnered with them at all. I just, that's what I'm using right now. But again, before you use any type of crypto exchange, do your due diligence, make sure it sense for you. It's up to you whether you want to use it or not. Right now, that's just what I'm using at the moment. This is the only account I have on TikTok, and I'm not reaching out to you, so block those people. So this is what's happening here with the Bitcoin. As far as what I think is going to happen, considering all the FUD and all the terrible things that have come out in the news between Binance US, Coinbase, and all that other stuff, we've held up pretty well. And the fact that we were able to get back above approximately $25,000, that's good for me. We're above the EMA 200. Great. Market Cypher's kind of looks like it wants to pop back up again, but MACD is still a little bit bearish on the daily. When we take a look at the 6-hour chart, it's looking like we're not really going to be able to get back above this area of resistance above approximately $27,000. So we're struggling here. So again, I'm taking things slow. I'm just kind of watching what's going to happen, and I'm anticipating for us to continue to consolidate in this cute little pineapple pizza thing over here. But honestly, you guys, considering all of this insanity that's happened, we've been holding up really well. Is this the bottom for this current time in crypto when it comes to Bitcoin? Could be. It very well be, or we can head all the way back down to some of these important areas of support and resistance, 20,000, 15,000, whatever it is. Right now, I'm taking a look at the daily chart, and that's what I'm seeing. And I'm hoping that we get the scenario where we get that breakout. That might not end up happening considering all of the insanity that's happening. Now, we talked about this story, but let's talk about this, okay? Hold on. We talked about that. Let's talk about, my mouse is not doing good. Okay. This is another tidbit in the story here, okay? And this is from crypto site. SEC alleges Binance sent Paxos nearly $20 billion in commingled funds via Merit Peak in 2021. An SEC official alleged that Binance commingled funds and bank accounts that was used to send Paxos nearly $20 billion in 2021. There's a couple things that I want to comment on this, okay? First, the notes over here. Brooks was the CEO and Brian Brooks, if I remember correctly, he used to work over at, I want to say where did Brian Brooks at? Raider or mixing somebody in the chat. Where did he work at? I want to say that he was a public servant somewhere. I want to say he worked for the SEC. I don't remember. Somebody fact check me here. But anyways, when Brian Brooks was the CEO from May to August 2021, before Brian Brooks, it was Catherine Cooley, and she magically disappeared. But we'll talk about that in a minute because she's resurfacing. He claimed his role was to complete and highlight the corporate separateness. When I talked to CZ, I considered myself to be talking to him in his role as board chair of BAM Trading. What became clear to me is at a certain point, CZ was the CEO of BAM Trading, not me. That wasn't because Binance.com somehow controlled us, but again, he owns the vast majority of Binance.com, so I put that aside. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit, okay? And then we'll talk about more of the Paxos story here. Okay. Was this? Yeah. So basically, CZ just had his hands in too many pots. He had his hand in too many pots. Is that illegal? I don't know if it's illegal or not. You want to know why it's not? I don't know if this is illegal or not because we don't have any guidelines for crypto asset industry. That's why. I do know that it's probably not a good idea if somebody is in control of a lot of different companies when it comes to people's money. That might not be a good thing. But I also do know that in the banking industry, you F up, they fire you, and then another company in traditional finance hires you. So that's allowed. That's allowed. That's allowed. So that could be a little bit problematic. I can understand. But at the same time, Binance pretty much left the US market in 2020. Oh, thank you so much for reminding me. BlackRock has its hands in too many pots. There's a content creator. I can't remember his name. I'm trying to get him on the show, but he does stuff on TikTok. But he shows how BlackRock and Vanguard own pretty much everything in America. Beauty supplies, feminine products, your food, you name it, they've got their hands in the pots. Is that okay? No, it's not okay. Should CZ have been a part of every single entity regarding Binance? Probably not. But we still have to wait and see that in court. Okay? We have to see that in court. So that's what happened. Let's go back and talk about, let's talk about this. I want to say Brian Brooks, he was a SEC person or a public servant, something. Oh, he was a comptroller of currency. Thank you so much, Raider. Yeah. You see how this works here? You see how that works here? See how that works? Yeah, comptroller of the currency, FDIC board member and voting member of the Financial Stability Oversight Committee. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Oaks. We love Oaks. We love Oaks. Ticky tacky. Yeah. So you see how this works? Binance went and they hired somebody that had that type of power in the United States. Why did they do that? Because they wanted to make sure that they were compliant. Okay. See how that works? But it is what it is. Now let's talk more about this. So allegedly they commingled funds. I want to tell you something. I don't really have a problem of the commingling of funds and in crypto. And this is why. I'll explain it to you. If you have good accounting practices put into place and you can show that you're not touching customer funds and that's segregated in that account, because let's face it, I've got a bank account, like my business bank account. I've got one business bank account and I've got payroll. I got everything in there. My expenses, payroll, everything, but we have everything segregated properly. Oaks helps me with that, by the way. Shout out to Oaks. So we have everything segregated, and I know how much money is for payroll and how much money is for this and how much money is for that. We have everything noted, okay? So opening a brand new bank account is an absolute pain in the behind. So I don't necessarily have an issue with commingled funds if it's done properly and if customer funds are safe. However, I understand in cases like this, the law might be a little bit different, okay? So I get that. I get it. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. That's just my thought process here, okay? But again, go seek the truth. Have a conflicting view of me, of what I have to say. That's fine. But let's get back into this. Okay, let's talk about the SEC. SEC alleges Binance sent Paxos nearly $20 billion in commingled funds. An assistant chief accountant of SEC stated Binance and CZ controlled several accounts at Silvergate and Signature Banks, which were used to carry out various transactions that involve CZ-owned companies. Okay. Filing alleges Binance US and the BAM Trading and several other Binance-related accounts sent millions of dollars from accounts at Silvergate to a trading firm called Merit Peak. Merit Peak is a British Virgin Island company beneficially owned by CZ. Filing described the business as OTC desk proprietary of trading assets. So to me, it just seemed, after reading this, it seems like he just had his name on too many things that he should not have. Maybe he should have been like overseeing, but not with official title. And understanding what was going on so he could properly run his business. But then again, I don't know. I don't know if this is legal or not to do. Silvergate closed the Binance account in 2020, just like they closed many other people's accounts. And don't forget, when we had the banking collapse, they tried to blame it on crypto. Was it a crypto problem? Not at all. It was a U.S. banking failure caused by the public servants. That's why. Because they want a monopoly. They want the CBDC and they want a monopoly. Before the closure, the filing stated that millions of dollars from Binance-related accounts were commingled in Merit Peak's accounts and later transformed to a foreign affiliate of Paxos. Transactions between 2019 and 21 showed that Merit Peak received $22 billion from several Binance-related accounts, including $1.2 billion from Binance US. During this period, the trading firm was transferred $21.6 billion to the foreign affiliate of Paxos. This declaration corroborates earlier reports that stated Binance had commingled users' funds and bank accounts at Silvergate Bank. Okay, so they commingled funds, pay a fine and move on. Shout out to Squid Grow, the community. Shout out to the Squid Grow community. So they commingled funds. Okay, fine them, move on. Big deal. So what? Has Binance gone down yet? No. Is Binance US gone down yet? No. Do customers still have access to their funds? Yes. So write them a fine and keep them moving. They fine EOS like EOS raised an F ton of money and they just gave him a fine and they moved on. Fine Binance and move on. Who cares? They've got Binance International and Binance US. Move on. If you got your funds on Binance US, remove them. Don't know what to tell you here. To me, I would be more concerned about what FTX did and bribing politicians, the public servants, and nobody's talking about it. And I wonder why. I wonder why Sam's not in jail yet. I wonder why. Well, his parents knew Gary. He went to the same school Gary taught at. 1 + 1 = 69. So I don't know, you guys. Why aren't we hearing about Coinbase, Binance, and Binance US, the crypto exchanges that are still solvent? We're hearing about those. Sam's not in jail, baby. He's at his house. We're hearing about those, but we're not hearing about what's going on with Sam, because this court case with Sam's going to take a lot of time, and they're probably going to file criminal charges against CZ too for funds, because why wouldn't they? Because the United States of America, what they do is they have all these crazy tax codes. It is not so you pay your taxes; it's so they can catch the bad guys. Because they want to take your taxpayer dollars and they want to do terrible things. They print paying your taxes is basically extortion, so they don't put you in jail. America's not as free as they want. So it's what it is. But let's get back into it. We have 311 concurrent viewers, 158 likes. Oh yeah, and Do Kwon is free. You guys want to see my feet? I don't want to show you my feet. Come on. Somebody says, is Trust Wallet in danger now too? I don't know. You got to do your due diligence on that, baby. Got to do your diligence. All right, let's get back into it. Got some more stuff to cover. I'm not too much on fire today because I got to work next week. All right. Binance US. And so this is what happened. Taxes are ratchet. They're ghetto because they don't go where they need to go. They don't go to our kids. This is very sad. Binance US will remove select trading pairs and has pod OTC trading. These are all of the trading pairs that are going away over here. Binance US. And it's going to be USDT pairs, some Bitcoin pairs, Atom, Bitcoin Cash, DOT, LRC, Mana, Uni, VET, XTZ, HBAR, and one. This is for BTC and BUSD, and then for Tether, there's a lot more happening here because they're probably going to go after Tether now. So Binance US will streamline its buy and sell convert offering, reduce number of supported convert pairs to 226. Buy and sell convert remains available for the following assets: UST, USDC, BNB, Ethereum, Bitcoin, FET, Atom, Aptos, Matic, Litecoin, Dodge, SHIB, Phantom, Ape, Solana, Link, ADA, Dot, Gala, Avalanche. In addition, for USDC convert, the maximum trade amount to buy and sell is updated to $10,000. Binance US has paused its OTC trading portal services in the coming weeks and months. Binance US will notify you when OTC trading becomes available again. So basically, because the SEC and their temper tantrum, you get access to less digital assets. You get access to less digital assets. And you're going to see this happen across the board with a lot of different crypto exchange providers. Why crypto asset exchange providers? Why? Because they're scared. They don't want to deal with it anymore. So what these companies are going to do, Gemini's gone overseas, Binance is overseas. Everybody's going overseas. They're going to all different other countries because we can't get clear guidelines here. We have this type of BS happening. Can you imagine in 2018, 2019, when Hester Peirce came out with the Safety Harbor Act, if they actually just included it? If they just included it? Thank you. I see it. I'll get it when mommy's done. Baby's home from school. So we're going to be extra busy today. But could you imagine if they literally just included that, and we wouldn't have this problem with digital assets. We would know what is a security and what isn't a security. And companies would actually have time to build and to foster. But now, because you're poor, you're not an accredited investor, and because you need to be protected by Daddy Gary, they're just taking more freedoms away from you. They are. And the people that are rooting and cheering for this, unfollow me. Get off of my channel. I don't want to be anywhere near you. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I don't think every single crypto asset is good. I don't like different things that they do, but I support your right to do whatever it is you want to do with your money. Is what it is. So let's see. Let's see what else is going on, babies. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit has ordered the SEC to clarify its position on rulemaking petition from cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase within 7 days. So the courts are fighting back. The courts are fighting back. I think the U.S. courts are tired of what's happening with the SEC because the SEC is coming after everybody and their mom, and they're not providing any type of guidance, no laws. So the U.S. court came out and said, hey, you need to clarify your position on rulemaking petition from cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase within 7 days. And let me give you the deets over here, okay? In April, Coinbase filed an Administration Procedure Act challenge asking the court to force the SEC to respond to its 2020 petition for formal rulemaking in the crypto sector. Coinbase went out of their way. And said, hey, give us guidelines. 2020, in April, a year ago, nothing from the SEC. The SEC is now suing them. Coinbase argued that the existing requirements are not for digital assets, and they're not. They're not. They're not. The reason why they're not is because Gary Gensler can't even define what a security is. He couldn't even tell you if Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap, is a security or not. Court is giving the SEC 1 week to clarify its position. Ordered to explain if its intent is to decline the request, the reasons for such a decision, or a timeline of when it expects to make the decision. No, if they wanted to find a way to pay down their debt, they would have allowed Coinbase and all these other companies to operate and taken tax them. The SEC also needs to explain why the court shouldn't keep overseeing the case, and why the SEC shouldn't provide Coinbase with regular updates on rulemaking. You see how that works? Could you imagine? Like, I just can't imagine punishing my kid for not for punishing her for doing something when I didn't tell her if it was right or wrong. If I didn't tell her if it was right or wrong, but that's the way the public servants operate. And the thing that's the scariest about this, why you should be the most concerned, you're law-abiding citizens, you're tax-paying Americans, you're doing the right thing. Could you imagine living your life the right way, starting a business, doing everything according to what was given out there, and then them coming to you and say, you can't do business anymore, and taking away your livelihood. We're not just talking about crypto assets. We're talking about the entire country. If they can do this with crypto, they can do this with every other industry. FDA tells you what you can and can't put in food, but then they allow for poisons to be put in our food. What about the pharmaceutical companies or the laws around pharmaceutical companies? You can't even get an antibiotic that's been on the market for 50 years over the counter in the US. In Mexico, you can. Why can you? Because they want the system backed up. They don't want you to have access to good health care. I know my body. When I'm sick, sometimes I need a specific antibiotic. I can't get it. I can't get it. Hold on a second. I think we got some stuff here. We got a little tippy tip. Let's see what our buddy sent us. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Ooh, this is just from the block. All right, let's see what sent me. Soros fund manager CEO says crypto is ripe for TradFi takeover. You all know who George Soros is, right? George Soros is right. Yep. So basically what we have here, George Soros, someone from George Soros group, TradFi, they're coming over to take crypto. Why are they taking over crypto? Because the money is involved and they want to have complete control. Because poor people like you won't be allowed to invest. That's why. George Soros is a bad guy. Everyone affiliated him with is a bad guy. So it's all about. It's about power. The thing is, there's more of us than there is of them, but most of y'all are lazy. Yeah, let's get you out of here. You're a weirdo. Yeah, let's get you out of here. Thank you. No, we just got to do that. Okay, so that's what's happening. If you were born poor, you will remain poor. It's very sad. I'm very crestfallen about all this stuff now. Anyways, let's talk about this. We talked about that. Okay. Okay, so there's a story from it is CNBC, Brian Armstrong. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong on SEC lawsuit. We've had a long history of being transparent with them. And it's so sad because they just go after CZ. And at this point, there's lots of things going in my mind to where I don't know if I can say or not. But it's just becoming very predatory at this point. Again, I'm not saying he's innocent or guilty. I am simply saying the way they portray him compared to other people is a little bit interesting to me. But I like to denote all this stuff. I like to denote all this stuff and make a mental note. But let's talk about this story here. So Brian Armstrong spoke about the lawsuit during a CNBC appearance this morning. This isn't good for America. It's not good for the industry. Obviously, we need to get clarity from the courts. He said they met with the SEC 30 times in the last year. 30 times in the last year. 30 times in the last year. The SEC didn't give them any feedback about what they could be doing better. Coinbase asked questions, but the SEC was silent. Also, too, just so you guys know, anytime the law enforcement confiscates any type of crypto assets, especially Bitcoin, they sell it. They use Coinbase to sell it, to liquidate it. They use Coinbase OTC. Coinbase met with the SEC 30 times in the last year and they weren't given clarity. Do you understand why this is so bad? Do you understand why this is so bad? We are asking for clarity. They're going in and they're basically begging on all fours. Tell me what to do. We'll do it. They're not, and the powers that be refuse to give it to them. I can't believe this. This is America. This is happening in 2023. And if you're watching the show and you don't like crypto, you should be concerned. You should be concerned that the people making laws and rules about you and your families and your personal life, they can do whatever they want to do with no repercussions. This is what's happening in 2023. You should be scared. You should be mad. You should be appalled. But instead, most of us are lazy. And this is what's happening. We've allowed it to happen. Very, very frustrating. Very, very. Shout out to Queen. I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and make you a moderator. Let's go ahead and make you a moderator. Make you a moderator. I appreciate you. 351 concurrent viewers, 183 likes. We also have a poll at the top. Is CZ innocent? 55% said yes, 21% said no, and chili cheeseburger with extra mayo today. Generally, curses end with me. Good. They end with me too, Queen. If you're watching the show, generational curses are going to be ending with us. Coinbase has followed everything the SEC asked for. Gamer said, if you're angry, then call your local platforms. Politicians, you should. We have, with the DCTA, y'all can join. We have a prompt that you can literally fill out what state you're in. And it'll send you the correct prompt and it'll send it directly to your public servant. You should be mad. Coinbase met with the SEC 30 times. That wasn't good enough. Keep it going, babies. We got more to cover. We need more. And also, too, if you're watching this, like and share it. Push it out to more and more people. And shout out to Cathie Wood. She is the ultimate Chad here. Cathie Wood's ARK buys 21.6 million Coinbase shares as SEC suit and stock tumbling. Whoop, whoop. Let's see. Let's go take a look at Coin really quick. Cathie Wood said, F you, I'm going to buy that dip. She said, F you, I'm going to buy that dip. Shout out to her. What a Chad. So basically, Cathie Wood bought the blood down over here, which was the local bottom at about $47. And I think this is the correct. Yeah, this is Coinbase Global. She bought the dip and they'll probably sell later on. I love to see it. Love to see it. Robinhood reviews token listings amid SEC lawsuits against crypto exchanges. Now, this is impacting Robinhood. Everybody loves Robinhood. Everybody loves Robinhood. So what Robinhood is going to end up doing now in relation to Coinbase, or excuse me, the token delisting from pair delisting from Binance US, they're going to go ahead and review what they have listed. Robinhood, Coinbase, and the CFTC testified before Congress in relation to a draft for a crypto bill yesterday. Robinhood said the lawsuit against Coinbase Binance forced them to review its token listing procedure. Legal chief Dan Gallagher told Congress that the platform would be actively reviewing the SEC statements to determine what actions to take. You want to know what the problem with this is? You can review the SEC statements all day long. You can review the SEC statements all night long, all day long, but it's still not a law. It's still not comprehensive. And this is what the problem is. These companies are forced to spend money on complying with laws that don't exist. And that's where it gets a little bit tricky and frustrating, okay? Robinhood only offers 18 tokens, but now they have to go back and review all this BS and figure out if they can even list this stuff or not. Some of the tokens they offer include Matic, ADA, Solana, and they're deemed by the SEC to be unregistered securities based on the lawsuits. Just because they are deemed by the SEC to be securities based on the lawsuits doesn't mean they are. They still have to prove it in court. I don't know if you can get your money off Robinhood. I don't use it. Robinhood does possess broker-dealer license that allows them to trade securities. Gallagher, a formerly SEC commissioner, does not believe the license allows it to trade tokens named in the SEC filing safely. So the thing is, it probably does, but instead of them wanting to deal with the legal pushback, they're just going to remove it. They're going to bend the knee and remove it. So again, less options for you. Because you're poor, less options for you. Crypto market cap recovers $30 billion despite SEC drama. And this just goes to show you, at this point, the U.S. is losing its pull. The U.S. is losing its pull. Why is the U.S. losing its pull? Because no one really cares about us anymore. The other countries are doing so many other important things. They're working on laws and regulations, and they're trying to do better. So yesterday, it looks like we dropped from approximately $1.09 trillion to about 1.06. And hopefully we don't break that EMA 200. This is the total crypto cap. This is including Bitcoin. I don't know if this story indicated crypto. It says global crypto market cap stands around 1.16 billion. Yeah, so this is a little bit 1.6 trillion. The numbers aren't matching here, so I won't cover this story too terribly much because my data is a little bit different. But again, I'm using CoinMarket. I think I'm using CoinMarketCap data over here. They can't touch Binance because Binance did operate in the US between a certain period of time, unfortunately. So I don't know. So my data isn't the same as this story, which is totally fine. But this just goes to show you that the crypto is global and the United States is losing its foothold. China absolutely decimated us. China has a white paper about Web3. They've got their CBDC. People are allowed to trade Bitcoin. And I think Hong Kong allows you to trade 16 different crypto assets. Us, no guidelines. Why would we have guidelines? Why would we want to do anything for the poor people? All right, now let's talk. And more, another a-hole here. We love Miss Yellen. Has no clue what she's doing. I met her cousin, by the way. Treasury Secretary Yellen says she wouldn't be surprised to see more bank consolidation. It's likely for some smaller banks to consolidate, Treasury Janet Yellen said Wednesday morning. Basically, consolidate means get absorbed by a larger bank and become a monopoly. Yellen also said she expects there to be issues in the commercial real estate sector given the changing approach to work. And yes, because they're instituting all these BS programs. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't like FHA loans. I think they're scams. I do not like rewarding people with poor credit, lower interest rates, and have people with good credit to pay for that. FHA loans, why do I think they're scams? I think it is absurd that you get what they do is they give you a lower interest rate. So basically, you don't have good financial history. You haven't proven yourself to be financially responsible, but they're going to give you a lower interest rate. But with that lower interest rate, you have to pay more mortgage insurance. So basically, your payment's still not lower. That's a whole nother thing, though. Like, I want Americans to be able to afford homes. I want affordable housing. If we had affordable housing, we wouldn't have to deal with all these BS loans, with the FHA loan and the ridiculous, it's just ridiculous at this point. Like, if you really break it down and you look at it and why I don't like FHA loans, it's not even about rewarding people that made poor financial decisions with the ability to, buy homes or whatever, because I want everybody to own home in America. My issue is where that PMI is going. The additional increase of insurance. It's like here, it's like $500 a month. That's going not towards paying down your house. That's going to some BS insurance company. Because what ends up happening if you lose your house, the bank takes your house and they resell it and they make money. It's a win-win for them. I don't like FHA loans. I don't like a lot of these programs that they have because they're stupid. All that they really are is they're manipulating poor people to think that this is a good deal. It's not a good deal. When you are paying $500 a month extra, why am I using the term $500? Is because I looked into FHA loans for myself. Yeah, I know the chat is terribly off, but it is what it is right now. But basically they're predatory. They're making you think, oh, you get to buy a house, financial freedom, woo. But basically like a quarter of your payment doesn't even go towards paying the principal down. But of course, we're going to have problems because they keep instituting these stupid loans. They keep allowing BlackRock and Vanguard to buy a property. They keep allowing people that don't even live here to buy homes. And don't even get me started on the Airbnb BS, because most of these people running them, they're just like slumlords. Please. I'm just very crabby when it comes to the real estate market. Why was Matic targeted? We have no idea. We have no idea. Yes, I am still going to be in Matic. I'm not planning on selling any of my Matic at this point. Anyways, we have 340 concurrent viewers, 211 likes. Smash the like. On Tiki Taka, we have 87. Smash the like, smash the like, smash the like. Let's get into the next stuff, though. Why was Matic targeted? Because they want you to stay poor. They want you to stay poor. Yeah, I don't like any of these fancy smancy loans. I think they're BS and they're predatory at the end of the day. Really, really do. Really, really tired of it. All right, let's get in the next story. So, but no, she talked. Okay, Janet Yellen. There's motivate. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's watch this clip on crypto regulation. This is important. Let's watch this. Is it this one right here? Yeah. Let's get this up for y'all so y'all can see this. This is important. This is going to be Janet Yellen on crypto regulation. It's a bit long. Tic-tac, please go to YouTube. Please go to YouTube and listen to this because I'm not going to be able to play it for you over there. Okay? So go do that. Let's go listen.
With Dexcom G7, you can achieve diabetes results without
the diabetes.
Sticks. See how exercise affects your glucose, making it easier to spend more time in range and lower your A1C. Manage your diabetes with confidence.
All right, now it's coming.
bring in our first interview of the hour. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen joins us now exclusively in her first interview since the debt ceiling deal was passed. Secretary, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
So we're all trying to, the good news is that's behind us, but there's a lot in front of us. We still seem to have a very strong economy, possibly a little too strong. Where do you think we really are?
Well, you know, I've been saying now for almost a year that I see a path to bringing down inflation while maintaining a strong labor market. And I think the data we've seen recently and over the last year suggest we're on a path with those characteristics. So clearly the labor market remains quite strong, with unemployment close to 50-year lows and very healthy job creation. But on the other hand, we are seeing some signs of easing pressures in the labor market, which may be important in terms of bringing inflation down.
No, it's not. It's not transitory.
Has risen slightly. Job openings have declined somewhat, suggesting a bit less pressure in terms of firms adding to their workforce. But overall, the labor market remains very strong, and inflation has now come down about 4% from its peak. And I think we'll continue to see progress over the next 2 years.
But do you what do you think unemployment has to be in this country to actually and to have inflation actually level off? We keep talking about what the Fed can or can't do, but politically, part of that is a question about employment in this country.
Well, to me, a strong labor market is one where individuals who want to work can quickly find work. We've always thought an unemployment rate with 4 as the first digit is a very strong labor market. Clearly, Americans feel good about their job.
You know, I can't listen to her anymore because she's full of it. We don't feel good about anything. We don't feel good about anything. We really, really don't. We don't feel good about anything. Oh, this is the clip where she speaks about crypto. Yeah. Huh. That's fine. I couldn't find it. That's fine. Anyways, they're calling for more crypto BS. It's all BS. It's BS here, BS this there. They want to blame. They need a scapegoat. They need to do this. They need to do that. I'm just so sick of it. I'm just really sick of it at this point. It's frustrating. It's upsetting. The labor market's not getting better. Jobs aren't getting better. Nothing is getting better at this point. Nothing is getting better at this point. It's just not. Banking.gov will be the Fed account. Shout out to Roy Rivas for the 1999 super chat. I'm buying tacos, baby. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The blue man is bad at this point. At this point, I'm just so mad. I'm just so mad. I couldn't find the proper clip. Also, too, this is important. The House Financial Services Chair announces a full committee hearing scheduled June 13th. Chairman of the House Financial Service Committee, Patrick Mahenry, announced a full committee hearing, the future of digital assets, providing clarity for the digital asset ecosystem, scheduled for June 13th. So that basically means that we had to create a brand new committee to come in because the SEC is not doing their job, and they are going to really be talking about what's going to be happening with crypto. Oh, the phone died on TikTok. Other than that, what else do we got here? Optimism successfully completes Bedrock hard fork, reducing deposit times, layer 1 fees. Research shows majority of Pepe investors caught in high stake game of musical chairs. I'll talk about that. Do Kwon claims to have funded top Montenegro political party. Not a surprise to me. He's another Sam Bankman fraud. What else? Stablecoin issuer receives digital token license in Singapore. So that's all we got over here. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to get going. I'm a little bit crestfallen today. I've got some good media for you guys at 3:30 p.m. PST, so make sure you all check that out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Please share this. I just want to let you all know. I want to let you know. Nationalized banking is their goal. I just want to let you guys know that I won't be streaming tomorrow. Well, actually, no, I won't. I'll be moderating at DecentralCon, or emceeing at DecentralCon. Tickets are 20% off. You could go to the website, CryptoWendyO.com. If you're a woman, you get them for free. Woo! But I won't be live streaming on Thursday or Friday, so I've got some pre-recorded stuff coming for you guys. It'll be regarding the news, and I will be back Monday. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you sending everybody love and light. WendyO is out. Bye-bye.